another Brit on the stage, so you can handle that. So what is Boutiika? We've been called the Yelp for fashion. Slide. And essentially we're bringing a new way to shop to consumers. So right now people are tending to go to e-commerce sites or actually go and visit the stores, and they tend to gravitate towards the big stores. And I'm from Manchester, UK. I've lived in London, New York, and now San Francisco. And essentially, really what I want to do if I like fashion is I want to find the small or unique boutiques, unique stores that represent that city and find something that no one else has. And then I know that I'm also shopping locally and doing something good. And so in my experience of living in these different cities, I've found that finding those places is one of the hardest things to do. It's just not obvious. And so at Boutiika, we're trying to solve that problem and help you find these stores to shop at. We have a great team that consists of people that have worked at boutiques and worked at e-commerce startups and websites including Farfetch and Lazoo.com. I myself have a retail industry background as well as enterprise digital strategy. And so that's the team here. Next. So essentially, Boutiika falls into what we call local commerce, and some people don't really understand this, and so we like to throw this up there up front. This was actually from a Web 2.0 presentation by Mary Meeker. And all those sites that you see, all the logos on the slide there, essentially they all tackle local commerce. And what we're trying to do is take an industry angle at that same problem, and working with small to medium businesses in fashion actually represents a $50 billion industry. So next slide. So the big opportunity here is really that 94% of transactions are still happening in stores. So e-commerce is only 6% of the market, and 70% of research is done online before you go offline and purchase. And so really we're trying to get into this online research and offline purchase market. Small businesses are spending around $60 billion trying to drive foot traffic into their stores. And brick and mortar stores are not going away, and so e-commerce really isn't solving their problem. An example of like the Facebook page that we've got on the right is that they get 170 likes. It's a boutique on our site at the moment. They don't really get discovered. They're only broadcasting to the people that like them, and so they're having a huge problem actually just getting discovered, and then they're invisible to their customers for the biggest part. And then lastly, the opportunity with our consumers is most of them are interested in shopping local. I think Small Business Saturday by Amex had 2 million people registered to shop, and they had 10 million transactions last year, and it's becoming a big and more increasingly important theme for our consumers. So what is Boutiika? I mean, essentially it's a hyperlocal search. We let you search by designer, by product, by boutique, by neighborhood. You can say I'm in Pace Valley, show me all the boutiques. I'm looking for my favorite designer, but I want to find it locally. Get customized results, see what's coming in latest in your stores. So it's the search side of the product. Next slide please. We're also looking to build an app where you can track the transaction. The biggest part for us is really being able to go reserve it online, purchase it online, pick it up in store. It's a huge benefit to the boutique and the shop owner when they get the opportunity to upsell if you get into their store, and that they're actually willing to pay for that qualified traffic is what we found out. And lastly, we offer them, the third part of the product is a marketing platform. So somewhere where they can keep uploading their merchandise that's coming in store, and it be discovered by a completely broad audience versus just a couple of hundred people on a Facebook page. And so progress today, we did an alpha way back when, a year ago, and it was a very static, template-driven site, and so we went back to the drawing board and came up with a beta that went live 3 months ago. We have over 150 retailers on the site in New York and San Francisco. We have 1,000 designers indexed. We're reaching over 5,000 people through social media at the moment. We had double the amount of traffic on the website this month to last month, and we basically managed to categorize the stores by neighborhood, get stores signed up, get merchandise. So we've embarked upon the product today. And then finally, so what we're here to do now is we want to build a product search of the product out, introduce a freemium model, so if the boutiques want to push product, that they're paying for it, and essentially build the features to reserve the products and pick them up in stores. We'd like to deploy to more cities and continue the experience onto mobile. So we're seeking 500K as a seed round and also advisors. That's the presentation.
All right, good job. All right, judges, feedback. Keith.
United fan or City fan?
United.
Okay, I think she's great. I think the hyperlocal search and the purchase and pickup are probably more important than anything else you said. It's really hard to do that. And certainly, the shopping carts in most local sites don't have any link to inventory and purchase and pickup. But it's also really hard to do because you have to have a link to inventory.
Right.
But I'd encourage you to focus on the hyperlocal search and the purchase and pickup beyond anything to do necessarily just with fashion.
Right, and yes, I agree. I think it's more utilitarian than it is fashion. It speaks to people that like something unique, but we have like a menswear button and you can jump to menswear stores, and it really is just about getting clothes and supporting these small businesses. We've actually, the boutiques at the moment, we introduced a new feature just to play with it in terms of uploading their own products. And so we've seen success with them just uploading their own products. So even if we were like, just upload 5 of them and let people reserve 5 and have a counter, you know, that we could do it without getting too heavy into the inventory side. And that's something that we found, and we think there's huge potential in unlocking value there.
Even if you use like Amazon Mechanical Turk, where you didn't know if something was available, and you could get back to the person within 5 minutes because someone had called the store to see if it could be picked up, even that would be
huge.
Huge.
We wanted to, I didn't go into all the detailed screenshots because we've got hundreds, but we've been talking to the boutiques. We want to do like book an appointment, be able to call the store through the app, and all those features are something that they're really jumping at, they really want, and our consumers are asking for it. So we've been able to match sort of that question and ask.
Greg?
Yes, I'm lost here. So are you building a mini site for the stores with their own inventory?
We've essentially built a search engine where the boutiques get their own page and they get to sort of broadcast what products that they have in their stores. So a consumer can come on and search, the boutiques get to own a page where they say this is our store, this is what we have.
Because this page would be indexable by Google and other sources as well, or this is a walled garden, or is this just a school for building any website?
So we're like an umbrella brand. We would build an API and we would enable like third parties to work with us. We've been approached actually by multiple parties that want to work with us on our inventory of boutiques. Essentially right now we have a website that, yes, Google crawls us and indexes us. So if you type in a designer at a store, we can come up with the #1 search result.
It's aggregation.
It's an aggregation.
David.
So it's the best word, sorry, aggregation.
Literally 3 screenshots from your actual live website would have answered most of the questions that I think I and the rest of the judges have.
Okay.
You've got a great website. It speaks for what the product is. It's great that you have specific adoption. For the love of God, you put so much work into making a great product. Show it off. It's the best part of your page.
I totally ran through it. It was the second to last slide, so I apologize.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. The last person told me I went into my screenshots too much, and so this time I
on that note, I see a trend. My guess is the Startup Monthly guys, when you coach, say to people, tell us what the problem is, tell us what your solution is, and then show us how you fix it. And in 6 minutes, I would say forget the first 2, just show the product, and then we'll figure out what the problem is you're solving.
So your target market, just like at Square, we get people to load point of sale for a very simple shop. They don't have a multi-shop. They don't have a difference between backroom inventory and what they got on the shelf. It's just really flat. Is your target then sort of like a single store to get them kind of bumped up and keep it simple, or?
We're not doing something too different. We're just we're just showing the merchandise
on
and
the
then
web.
sending them offline to complete their purchase and hopefully tracking it and getting referral fees and discounts, etc.
It seems to me like you can declare real victory when some of these small local boutiques decide to start using you as their primary homepage instead of having a separate one. Because I look at somebody like Paul's Hat Works that you've got here, and for his small shop to have to maintain 2 websites now, it seems like a lot of work.
They actually have more trouble maintaining their own website.
Exactly.
So this is a much easier.
So victory will be them giving up.
Yes.
And saying, screw it, you guys make a better website with more traffic than I could build on.
Exactly.
The big picture here is that if you look on Google for shopping, my kids shop for kind of ski gear the whole time, all that kind of stuff, and they always click on these pictures, and there's price comparison. Then you click through, and you get lost. There's about 8 clicks, and then you can't buy the thing anyway.
Right.
In a way, you're doing a better job than Google at hyperlocal search and then the transaction. And if that's true, they'll end up being very interested in this. I really think you just got to focus there.
Yes.
I'm probably nervous that you're doing a better job of describing it than me, but that everything you guys are saying is really what we found out.
I'm very old and wise.
You should get over it.
Parallel I keep drawing is Etsy, right? Like it's the scale of business and boutique level gear that you're talking about is like an Etsy reseller with physical presence rather than the online fulfillment.
Exactly.
Brilliant. All right. Well, judges, scores in, please. What have we got? The moment of truth. 5.
That's because she's in high school.
3. 4. Another 4 and a 4. Good job. Nice one. Woo.